On the last video, me and my son were fishing a drop shot rig for Bream, and I said that I was going to show you how to do it. And if you don't know, this is going to be beneficial. If you do know how, just disregard it. But our lakes around here, it's usually, it's a deep reservoir, and so sometimes it is hard to use a cork fishing for Bream because, sometimes they're in 15 foot of water, 20 foot of water, and so we resort to the drop shot. And so I'm going to show you how to do it. Like I said, if you know how to do it, just disregard it, and if you don't, this will be beneficial. But basically, you got your tag in, and then I've got a little wire cricket hook. I mean, I'm brim fishing. I'm trying to use up the rest of these crickets, but you got your wire hook, and you got your line. Basically, you're going to run your line. Well, I like to do it with the hook facing down. So you run your line through it. So you got your tag in coming through it. So now you're going to take your tag in and just pull it. Pull it all the way out where you got maybe 1.5 foot of tag. So now, once you got your tag back through, you're going to run it back through the eye of that hook. So we're going to run this tag in right back through it and pull it through. Now, once you get towards this end here, you're going to have a loop. So there's your loop. Now what we're going to do is, there's your loop, here's your hook, just swinging in through there. We're just going to tie a basic overhand knot. We're not going to tighten the knot, but we're going to go through the steps of doing that. So let's tie a basic overhand knot. Okay, so here's our knot. Like I said, we're not going to tighten it down. We're just going to just look like that, just a loop. And then there's your original loop right here. And so now with that original loop, that's going to be part of this next step. You need to wet your line a little bit. Don't get your finger caught in the hook. Okay, now we're going to take this where we did the knot, the hook, and then run it through that loop, the original loop. So there's the original loop. We're going to take our hook and just run it right through it, like that. And then, this is the most important part. That original loop is going to try to get hooked behind that eye. So when you're cinching it, you want to make sure you keep that loop down. So here we go, where it's tightening up. You can see it's tightening up. That loop is good, it's staying back. Okay, now it's taut. Okay, so now you basically got your drop shot done. But there's one more step you got to do, because see, we're upside down. We want to be standing straight up. So that's simple fix. You take your tag in. You got your hook, you take your tag in, and you just run it back through the eye of that hook. It's a little windy, so it's blowing my line. You just run it back through the tag in. And you take it, you just grab a hold of that line that you pulled through, and just pull it through. And then, once you got it all the way pulled through tight, you are done. So now you can see it's going to sit right. So there's your drop shot. And now once your weight is in the water, it will sit perfect. Oh, that's too much. There we go. That's perfect. And then of course when I tie I just got a little egg sinker. I mean, just nothing. Basically just a regular knot. Get that down there. So basically just your original knot. And the first knot you ever learn fishing, just loop it together and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you go through the bottom loop. You go through the bottom. And then you go back to the top loop. If I can see the top loop, there's the top loop. And you cinch it down. And there you go. you've got your drop shot. Let's get back to fishing, see if we can't catch some. Well, in case you're wondering, I ran out of crickets. That's my goal, was to use all the crickets up. After that day, me and my son went out fishing for brim. So I used all of them up, and now I'm gonna catch a few bass, hopefully. I already caught 2. I've only started bass fishing maybe, 15 minutes now, so it seems like they're hitting this jig pretty good. Let's keep at it. Not a huge one. That's what a jig will do for you. There on a jig bite, my friends.